to my channel. Today I thought I would do a video on baby products that I love and hate. I just wanted to start by saying that the things that I show is what works best or doesn't work for me and Brax and I. You know, what I think works really well for us might not work for someone else, and what I don't like someone else might really love. So this is just my opinion and what I find works best for us. This is my breastfeeding cover. It's Mickey Mouse, of course, because I love Mickey Mouse. It's got like this little hood bit that sticks out so that while you're feeding you can see in. It's so good. It's like nice and soft. It needs a bit of an iron because it just came out of the wash, but Brax loves to play with it while he's feeding. Usually he'll just like scratch and pinch at my chest and that kills, so I kind of like when I go out and I use this. It's from whatever that says, my breastfeeding friend. So it's like a vintage Mickey pattern too, so I love that. This is Braxton's bath seat. He loves the bath, absolutely loves the bath, and so I love this for him because he can just sit in it and go crazy, do whatever he wants, and not have to like worry about my arms holding him, being in the way or anything. It has like a max fill line on there, so you don't use too much water with it, which is good for our water restrictions at the moment. We did have a baby bath, so that's one thing on my don't like list. We had a baby bath and it was good because we could bath him at the bench and not have to like be bending down in the bath. But he outgrew that really quick because he loves his baths. He's always like splashing around and kicking, and he just didn't have enough room in the baby bath to move around as freely as he liked. So it was really good that we could just put this in the big bath with him sitting in it, and that way he could do whatever he wants. And it stops us from having to be bent down holding him all the time. We can just sit there or stand there and watch him until he's ready to hop out. And just like when we're giving him a wash, that's the only time we've got to bend down. So it works well for us as well as him. This playmat is amazing. It's a giraffe. I love giraffes. Just fluffed some hair in my mouth. It's the cutest, softest playmat ever. Brax has literally used it since he was born. I use it for his milestone pictures, and I took a photo of him a couple of weeks ago, and his head's always here, and I didn't notice until one of the girls from work had said to me, you can tell how much he's grown because of where you put him, and you can see how much his body's growing down it because his head's always goes here. I never noticed that, but it's so cute, and you can tell so much how he's grown. So I always put him in the same spot. And these ears, they move. That's his favourite bit, the ears. Now that he's like moving around so much, and he's been doing it for a while now, but he'll just grab the ears and he'll pull them over him and cuddle them, and he pulls them over his face and plays peekaboo with it. Like, this is literally the best mat ever. Like, and I love giraffes, so it's so cool. I love it. It's from Mr. Fly. From Mr. Fly. And I got that for my baby shower. So that's pretty cool. If you're about to have a baby and you plan on breastfeeding, or you've just started breastfeeding, or you're not having a baby anytime soon, or you know someone having a baby, whatever, just you go get, or you tell someone, invest in a nipple shield. Honestly, like, this was my lifesaver. It comes with two in a nice little carry case. I never thought breastfeeding would be so painful, you know, because it's something that happens naturally and we're supposed to do it, or if you can, you're supposed to do it. Like, I don't know, your body produces it for you to do it. So I didn't expect it to be so painful, and it is excruciating. I nearly gave up breastfeeding because it was so painful. I got to the point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then I went to the chemist and had a look around, and I was like, I'll just see how these nipple shields go. And I bought the Advent ones, and I didn't like them. They didn't feel good. Brax didn't like it. So before giving up, I went back to the chemist and got a different brand, and I got the pigeon ones, which is what I just showed you. And that worked so much better. I liked the feel of them. Braxton took to it, and it was just so good. I used them for about a month, and then slowly stopped using them. So then every second feed, and then every third feed, and then every fourth feed, until I just stopped using them. And yeah, nipple shields are definitely a must. And while I'm on the topic of breastfeeding, a Harker cup literally saves you pumping almost. Not anymore. I just use this for when I like mix rice cereal for him. I use my breast milk with it. So I just use this for his breast milk. Now I actually have to pump because he has a bottle at 6 o'clock with his dad. So I actually have to pump for that. I don't get enough out the Harker for that. I mean, I probably could, but then I'd have to pump anyway for his food. So whatever. You just literally suction it onto the other boob while you're feeding, and it catches your letdown. And I had a major letdown when I first started feeding. But as you can see, I've got this little concoction on it. This little bands. So I don't have a maternity bra on right now, so I can't show you, but so you put it on, and then this you hook onto the hook on your bra where you unclip it. You hook that on, and they say don't cry over spilt milk, but you literally cry over spilt breast milk. The amount of times that I had it on and Braxton would like kick it or hit it off and milk would just go everywhere. Whereas with this, if it's on and he hits it off, it just sort of like sits there. It does spill a little bit, I must add, but it doesn't spill a lot. So I saw this hack on Facebook, and it's literally the best thing I've ever done, and it has saved me so much milk. It's not funny. Ugh. Stretchy jersey wraps, like the nice and stretchy material, are like a must. Or these Love to Dream swaddles. They're pretty good too, but I love and I hate these swaddles, the Love to Dream ones, because when he's in them, he's like this, he can get his hands to his mouth. So he like knocks his dummy out and sucks on his hands instead. I don't know if you'd be able to tell, but it's like the hand bits have gone a bit gross from him always chewing on it. It's so disgusting, I hate it. Like, I can always tell when he's awake. He doesn't cry. I can hear him sucking on his hands through this, and it's so gross. But yeah, these like stretchy jersey wraps are so good. I find a lot of muslin wraps are too small, like you can't get enough out of it to wrap them tight enough. So I find these jersey wraps really good because you can stretch them and make them tight. I have found a couple of huge muslin wraps. I only have maybe 3 or 4. And they're amazing because they're so big and you can get them tight. But yeah, the small ones I find you can't get them tight enough. So these jersey wraps are definitely a must because you can get them so tight. And I don't know about your babies, but Braxton loves being tight. Like, I struggle to get him to sleep not wrapped, and it's sort of sucked because it's been so hot. I've tried to put him down a couple of times not being wrapped, and it just takes a lot more to get him down because he's always like moving his hands and taking his dummy out because he's not tight and secure like he likes. But you can get like I think this is like 0.2 tog. Yeah, 0.2, so it's nice and light, and he just goes in that in the summer. Back seat mirror. It like just clips onto your headrest. It's got like a clip, and you just clip it onto your headrest, and it allows you to like see in like you look through your revision mirror and you can see Brax in the mirror. I was meaning to do this vlog yesterday, and so I took this out of my car yesterday and we went to Kurt's parents yesterday afternoon, and because I hadn't put it back in because I hadn't filmed yet. I was in the car and I went to turn around to look at Brax and I couldn't see him because I didn't have this in there for like, I don't know if it's just a first time mum thing or if it's just a me thing, but I was like petrified to drive first time. Once Kurt had gone back to work and it was just me and Brax in the car, I was so scared to drive. I'm like, oh my god, like what if I don't know what's going on? What if he chokes or something? I don't know, like I was just so scared that something was going to happen and I couldn't see. So this is definitely one of the best things I have gotten, and it's just from Kmart. So I think while I'm on the topic of cars, I don't have it with me because Brax has got it at the moment sleeping. Dummy chain in the car, clipped on to the strap, is the best thing I have ever done. Because Brax sleeps with a dummy in the car, he's not wrapped, so he like plays with his dummy and pulls it out. So fishing for a dummy that's God knows where is literally the most annoyingest thing to do, especially while you're trying to drive. So I got a dummy on a chain and I clipped the dummy chain onto his car seat, and then that way whenever he loses it I can just feel for the chain, pull it and then shove it back in. Okay, this Rite Aid baby nail trimmer, it is amazing. Any of you mums out there who are like me and you don't have this, get it. I was like petrified to cut Braxton's nails. The first time I did it was when he was like newborn, like fresh out the womb newborn, and he would literally just sleep 24/7. Now that he's more active and likes to just fling his arms around and go crazy, the first time I did it I'm like, I don't know why people are so scared to cut babies' nails, this is so easy, it's so good. And then the second time I'm like shitting my pants, like it's so scary. I'm scared I'm gonna cut his bloody finger off or something. But so it's just got, you can't even see that it's spinning, but you can hear. So it's got one speed and then a faster speed, and it's like so soft, like I can put it on my face and it just does not hurt at all. It's really soft and like you hear it. I was like, oh, that's gonna hurt his fingers, I don't want to use that. And I was like, I'll just give it a try because there's no way I'm using bloody clippers again because that's scary. So I tried it and it was amazing. The best money I've ever spent. I just got this from Big W and it's got like different things. So this is 0 to 3 months. I now need to change it. And then the darker the colour gets, the more, I don't know, intense it is. Rough, I don't know. So yeah, I need to change that up now that he's 4 months. But this is definitely a lifesaver. Moving on to things I don't like. As I said, the bar, like it's pretty decent, but he just outgrew it so fast because he loved them and he would love to splash. He just didn't have enough room to be all free. So I definitely recommend not getting one if you don't have one or if it's not secondhand, because yeah, they just outgrow it way too fast, especially if you like Brax and love the bar. So I got this for my baby shower because I asked for it, and I really regret asking for it because we only used it for a couple of weeks before he was just too big and wanted to have too much fun in it. So now this, hot damn, that scared the crap out of me. Anyway, as I was saying, this I begged for. I really wanted this and there was no stopping me from getting it. I just had to have it. My Mimco nappy bag. It was quite expensive and I had to have it, and now I regret getting it because Number one, it's pretty heavy with just nothing in it. I ended up getting a backpack for him like 2 months ago, and ever since I got that backpack, that's all I use now. It's just so much easier. So if I'm trying to get him out the car and I've got his bag and I'm trying to get him out and it's just swinging everywhere, whereas when I've got his backpack, it's just on my back and I can get him out and I'm good to go. Like, it's just so much easier than this. And like I was saying, it's heavy with nothing in it, let alone with, I had 100 changes of clothes for him because he'd spew and everything. Like, you just, excuse me, you just pack so much, so you don't want a bag that's heavy already and then go and make it even heavier. Like, it's just not fun. Another thing I don't like is singlets. That's a personal preference for me, not liking them, because I find you put a singlet on underneath and then you put their outfit on and the singlet rises up. It always rises up. There's nothing you can do to keep a singlet down unless you buy a onesie that has buttons and it stays down. Like, I hate the singlets without buttons. I don't even really like putting them in like shirt and pants. I'm all for onesies because even when you use it in a shirt and pants, the shirt always rises up and it's just not a good time, and I feel like it's so uncomfortable for them, so I just chose to not put singlets on him. Like, I have a couple, so on a hot day I'd just have him in a singlet and a nappy and that's it, but even still then I'd prefer like the button singlets. So yeah, I'm not a fan of singlets. Another thing that I'll say that I'm not going to show is change tables. The only reason I have a change table is because we've got matching cotton drawers and the drawers came with a change table on top, but we never use the change table. I have like a caddy thing that has all his nappy change stuff and it's in the lounge room because that's where we spend most of our time. He's got all his toys there, I breastfeed there. So I'm always in the lounge room when I need to change him. So then if I've got to change him, I've got to get up and go to his room, and like, it's just, I don't know, some people do like them and some don't. I for one don't. I think they're a waste of money. I wouldn't get specifically just a change table. Like, it's, I don't know, I don't see the point when you have, like, I've got a change mat and all these change stuff on the lounge, like on the corner of the lounge, and that's it. Like, it doesn't take up much space. It's just so much easier than using a change table. So I think Braxton's up. Say good morning, everyone. Good morning. One final thing that I don't like. You're right. You're right. Yeah. One final thing that I don't like is he got a rocker for his baby shower too, that I again asked for, and he wasn't a fan of it. He didn't like it. So he never went in it. The only time he's gone in it is the last couple of weeks, not even the last couple of weeks, like the last week or so to feed him, I'd put him in it. So yeah, he only goes in it to eat. Like, he doesn't swing in it or anything. He doesn't like swinging in it. So yeah, I don't know, like maybe my next baby will like it and so it's not a complete waste. But yeah, he just didn't like it, so we didn't use the rocker. He more just liked to be on the floor playing on his mat where he can just be free and do whatever he wants. Like, he's such a free child. Like, he likes to be naked, he likes to just be on his mat and do whatever he wants. He doesn't like being held all the time, so he just likes to be down on his mat. Don't ya? Don't ya? Say bye, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And even follow on Instagram at mama_Maddie. Say bye.